So, 7 things I hated about work and travel 2024. So, the first thing I hated about my work and travel experience in 2024, as in the one that just went by this summer, the first thing I hated was, I make one little list. The first thing I hated was the unapproachable dictatorship management from the first job. So basically, I was working at a grocery store, and this was not my first time working there, right? So basically, this was my second summer going back to work for these same people. But to my surprise, when we go back the second time, they had a new manager, and the management was just really unapproachable, and it was more of a dictatorship situation where you can't even talk to them. When you go to them, it's like them ready to shut you down, because when we over there was an incident where I never know the current could have go foreign. I never did know that. And what basically one storm did come, right? Within Wisconsin, one storm did come, and basically no electricity, no water the entire night, and me did shock. Like, me have really wonder if it's just the house we they living in, or it was a state. No, me not gonna say a state thing. I don't know if it was just the area that they had the power outage or what. But the next day I go to work, and I go to the manager, which was a female, and I said to her, say, electricity went out and blah blah blah. She said, me say, oh, it's probably because of the storm, because me never know say current can go far, because I never see it before, so I did shock. But what is concerning is the fact that water did go away too. So I go to her and I try to explain to her, say, I don't know if that is normal or what, for water and light to go at the same time or whatever. But I asked her if it was a case where the water in the house, because the fact that we're in a very rural area meant that we never have like a water system, like the bigger cities them, we did basically have wells. So it was like a well that them supply all of the house them with water from, right? So based on what me seen at the basement and at the side of the house, me start to wonder if maybe the reason why the water go when the current way is because electricity needed to pump the water from the well to the houses in the area. So when I got to her, she just very unapproachable and was not accommodating. So I just say, you know what, I not go to her about nothing again, and I just leave it at that. Basically, I just left it at that. The second thing I did hate about the experience was that every single where we walk go, anywhere we go, we did have to walk, because the town is just so small, and it's literally like there was no public transportation that run within the town. So it means that it's either you ride a bicycle or you walk. In my situation, I could ride a bicycle. I never did know how to ride a bicycle. I never learned to ride a bicycle. And so it means that I have to walk. Cause it's 30 minutes, go to McDonald's every single day, and then 30 minutes come back up and go at my other job, basically. And think about the to and from journey, and basically we just do a lot of walking, right? And there was no public transportation. So to me, I didn't really hate that. I hate that because some days you just not feel well and you drag your bodyguard the people in work. And on days like that, when you don't even feel well and you drag your bodyguard the people in work, it's like you put extra effort. Basically, you put up so much energy just for walk in at the first place. So much energy just to go. And by the time you reach, you burn 100 calories already and you don't even start work yet. So I never did like that. I never did like the walking aspect, and I do it 2 years. I go last year, I did it again this year, walk my foot, and surprisingly last year when I did go, I did actually end up lose like about, I say 30 pounds, right? About 30 pounds. This year when I go back, I would say I lose like, what I say 10, because last year I never did that eat. This year I did not eat, so there's a difference. I never did not eat much sense, but you know, I did eat. Like, I did eat more fruits this year. Grape did go up on sale a lot, because I literally remember last year when I think it was $4.99 a pound for grape last year, I'm not buying a grape. But this year, because them have so much sale, so it's like $2.99, $1.99 per pound for grapes, so I buy grapes. And you know, I buy apples and I eat oranges, because when we go there, they might have like this orange from Mexico, they get it from, but it never tastes good. Until I say like them get a new supplier for supply the orange them, and I say, oh, the orange tastes like orange from Jamaica, as in the orange have seed in there and everything. The one where they come from Mexico, or allegedly come from Mexico, never having a seed. So that is skeptic, that is kinda weird. But I start by orange, I eat grape, I eat the gala apple them when they go on sale. Even when honey crisp apple go on sale, I buy them and I eat them. So basically I eat a lot better this year than last year, and that is why I need to kind of maintain my weight this time around and not come with maga like dog last year. Maga when I come back to Jamaica. So I kind of maintain my weight a little bit more better this year than last year. But I did hate the walking, walk go everywhere to and from. So it's literally, if me I go a Dollar Tree, I for walk. If me go to the grocery store, I for walk. If me go to McDonald's, I for walk. If me go to Taco Bell, if me go to Dairy Queen. If me even want to go bowling, I for walk. And the bowling place kind of a little bit further. So call it say maybe 45 minutes to go at a bowling place, because it kind of the way down a little bit. So it's a good walk, but call it say you can walk out the entire town within 1 hour. I mean, tell us I walk morning, noon and night. Like, is that not joke? Morning, noon and night. Anyways, the third thing that was an issue was the second job, manager. So at the second job, so I already talked about the dictatorship from the first job. The dictatorship and just unapproachable. They don't want to hear from me, the new management that they will get. And now the second job, now me know this man from the second job for 2 years now, because I did my second job there last year as well. And the fact that we know each other for 2 years now still never helped the situation. It still never helped the situation, because he was so moody, him just having mood swings, him did just, you know, in him like a whirl, him did just, and don't get me wrong, he was a good manager, because him keep that place running, but sometimes his attitude just was not it, and it was a lot to deal with. And at first when I go last year, I didn't know why he used to behave the way he behave, until, you know, I find out him situation in a sense. I find out why he behave the way he behave, right? Say I didn't want to get into that, but I know why he behave the way he behave, but it was just a lot very, him just want attention, him just emotional, him just want to be friends. So it's like him have mood swings. Him want him 1 minute him a friend, 1 minute him upset. So it very, I don't know, I couldn't navigate that. I just never understand him completely. Never understand him. Him just all over the place. And it did make things hard for me. No, 1 minute, yeah, so he was a problem. No, and next issue at the second job was that them this year, at least some mornings, them did understaffed. And when I tell you say them understaffed, means them understaffed, as in them leave upon the grill the day, and when them leave upon the grill, usually you have 2 people that work upon the grill. If it's extremely busy, you keep 3 on the grill. The place got so busy, and I me one upon the grill, I run up and down. Listen to me, I take off sausage, I do the egg, I go in a freezer, and it was a lot, because I'm me one in there. I run up and down to the point where me in there, I talk to myself and I say, no man, this can't worth $15. This cannot worth $15. The way all my blood pressure high. This cannot worth $15. Somebody crossed the day. I'm very cross, and that is why I'm saying I couldn't wait to come in my yard, because listen to me, work and travel is no walk in the park, especially when you end up with some job and with some managers and work with some people and things like that. So I did hate that, absolutely, I did hate that completely, right? So the next thing I did hate waking up at 3 in the morning, actually 3:30 sometime. I did hate wake up 3:30, because when we get up 3:30, I have to get up, bathe, do everything, and get ready for 4:30. Now the reason why, and I'm gonna tell you what somebody else tell me. No, somebody else way did I work on similar shift to me. Basically, him left out like 4:30, right? So him did I work at like one little bed and breakfast place, some little food something, right? But him having bicycle, so I'm gonna ride with him and go. Him said to me say, you know, be in the morning. He said to me say, when him bathe at the night, him not bathe at morning time, right? And him asked if me bathe at morning time. I said me have to bathe at morning time because it say when you bathe in the morning, you go through an entire like 13-14 hour day. You understand what I mean? So when your day start at 3:30, you're not coming in until like 8-9 in the night. So it's like might as well bathe one time for the morning. So you tell me so you bathe from the night before, and when the new day start, you're not bathe for the entire day. So tell me you're gonna work that 14 hour shift and we'll see you bathe from morning. So it's very funny. But me bathe every morning. We couldn't keep up with them the nonsense, so we couldn't do it. So in the morning, no matter, and the thing about it is that whether or not the place cold, we did have hot water. We did have hot water, so it never matter if the place cold, the place warm, the place in between, we did have hot water, so that there's no excuse why you not get up and be at the morning time. Although I'm not telling you, sometimes 3:30 very early for your bed, it's very early. Like sometimes I get up and I have to draw myself. Sometimes I bed and I'm still asleep. And I don't wake up until I start put on my clothes. That is when my body can really wake up and realize, alright, I really gotta work now. And most mornings I never eat nothing. I just leave it at that. I just couldn't bother for eat nothing. I'm just too tired for eat nothing. It's too early for you eat something. So yeah, I did hate I wake up at 3:30 every single morning. It was horrible. And you left with your hungry belly. No look at tea, no look at nothing. You just bed and you just walk. And most mornings, 9 out of 10 mornings, very cold. Sometimes 2 sweater. I mean, have to have on 2 sweater. The way the morning them cold. Because think how in Jamaica cold at morning time. Do that and imagine me walking out and the place are like 7 degrees in the morning. Or even less than that, even 4 or 3 degrees if the temperature drops. So imagine that. So yeah, the next thing I did hate how some people at the second job they just very nasty. I'll say nasty, I'm gonna tell you a story about somebody who worked here. Now this person was an American. And the day when I see him do, I couldn't believe, like I could have dropped down on the people in place to where my body gonna shock. I see the man cough up a big pit, like he just curl up some pit and spit, you know, it's a kitchen, right? It's a kitchen area, it's like a McDonald's, you know, they have the kitchen or something, and we just see him cough up a big spit and spit in the garbage where you have eggs. And point is that it's a kitchen, so you know if you have them just saliva they come out your mouth when you prepare the food. And I see him cough up the big pit and pit in a garbage bin. And you know like when you know them sound there, and I see him beat me, so I couldn't believe. So the boy and this man, that boy me keep an eye on, but is a big man too. And him pit in the garbage bin, him pit in there like just nastiness, the camera them they in there, I'll see him. And sometimes I'm so concerned because I wonder if nobody knows don't watch back the camera if I see the nastiness them keep up in the kitchen. So when I see him is like my skin whole bump catch my skin because I cannot believe the people that wearing them from me, so I can't believe him. Because him just very nasty. So when I see him cough up the big pit and him pit in a bin. Then if you think that's bad, I take a stack. I see him it's like a next day this happened, and I see him in the kitchen and I see him walk and I see him again in the kitchen and I see him walk. And I see him just a scratch. Him just no, because I tell it like it's a joke, but the next day I see him in the kitchen and him just a scratch him. Like me literally see him, like me do me because that's what I do, you know, me do me supposed to do, you know. But him just so nasty. Me see my crutch and you know like a crutch, and I say where my crutch so in the kitchen with the gloves pan in my hand where I go take and touch people food. The man my scratch and me I said jeez. In my head, me literally I said Jesus Christ, me cannot believe what me see it take place. We can't believe people nasty, so we cannot believe. And then he take those same hands and go touch people them sandwich. He take those same hands go touch them sandwich. And I just saw me draw the line. I say, God, take me to this place because this man nasty. He must spit in the bin. He must cratch him bars. Him just very disgusting. I couldn't believe. I just saw me draw the line. That's when I draw the line because I keep up with them or something there, especially when you have to prepare people food. You cannot take them something there. And for this one, the only time I take food is when I know say the other lady I do it. Once I see him go in contact with the food, I'm not going to have nothing there because I'm not depending on something there. Right? Alright, so the next thing I did hate is that there was a lot of drama at the first job. So what did happen now? What basically most of the persons that work at the first job nobody like them. So because the manager did have such an attitude, such dictatorship, she didn't really want to hear what nobody have to say. A lot of people did end up quit. Like we got there in May, and May, June, July, and August. May, June, July, August. Call it over 20 or maybe about that. Call it say more than 15 people quit between that time since we got here. As in 4 people from the deli left one time. The guy would work up front with him would hire him leave. It's like a lot of people just leave the job, right? Literally as I show up the day, I remember like maybe the first 2 weeks ago, there was this lady I know from last year, and she said her last day I said to her, I say I retire because she I'm gonna say I retire. She said to me, I said no, she's not retiring, she's quitting. And then she explained to me why she had quit. I'm gonna say okay. The point is that a lot of people left them work, especially from the deli within the store. People them quit from the upfront area, women in the cashier area. The guy that him did leave. Some people did stress out, but point is that there was a lot of drama in that place. A lot of drama in that place. Some make me laugh and some might affect me because even when I go there with the room situation, and I don't know if you know how the bed stay, but the way the bed stay was a bunk bed, and I wish I could have really get an idea of how low the ceiling them would be in the room because the ceiling them is low. And you imagine having a bunk bed and the ceiling low, and how you expect somebody to sleep on top of that. So it was after I end up have to report it. Somebody go to them body and them say them soon get back to me and ray. But me didn't comfortable. So call it say May and half of June me go over there and me uncomfortable. Nobody don't care. So then that is when I forget my sponsor involved because them not care. So it's when we get the sponsor involved, that is when them decide to okay, them are go start out the bed situation for me, and that is when them pull apart the bunk bed and make 2 separate beds. But the question is, from the first time I bring up the issue, why you never did that from the first time? Why is it where me have to report it before you get something done, right? And that's when I really go over there and I really sit down with myself and I say, you know, say if you don't stand up for yourself, people take advantage of you. Do like me really sit down and think about it and say if you really don't bring things to light, people will really walk all over you, like really and truly. Because imagine me mention it to 2 people and then both ignore it when I got here. Nobody cared. And it's when me forget people involved, then that is when I want to do something. And the fact is that the solution was so simple, and it was so simple. And you could have done that from a long time if you cared. And who are going to work for you if that is the work ethic where you have, and if that is the management and the dictatorship where you have? Nobody not going to be in that environment, basically. Nobody. Alright, so yeah. And then the last thing I did hate about it, I did hate the occasional racism / discrimination. Because, and when we say discrimination is that sometimes it's not necessarily because you're black, but because you're different. When we say that, because for example, how would I identify myself when we go over there? Would I identify myself as being a black Jamaican, right? You can say that, a black Jamaican. No, some people just don't like the fact say it's a small town, you're a foreigner basically, you're a foreigner, you don't look like nobody else, you're black, that's one thing, but on top of it, you're not even American. because when we did here, people definitely question me about why me even did here. Them ask me about immigration status, as in them ask about if it was the Department of State who get a visa and blah blah blah. Point is that them want to know how you did. Them want if you cross the border or if you come in legally, basically. Cause some of them very, I'm just saying them very, many of us can't find the word right now. Them have them feel type of way towards immigration over. Them feel very invested in it. Let's just say that. Some of them very invested. But yeah, so yeah, sometimes occasional discrimination / racism. Now with this particular instance of what I call it racism is when my dear and the father didn't talk to me, and it's like somebody at them probably 50s or big person, old, and him son look like him probably in his 20s. Two of them white, most of them white, and him look for me, and the boy screw up him face. The son me talk about as if him say shit, as in him look for me as if him look for a piece of garbage, which that was an experience I don't know if I say. But the truth is that if me compare last year and this year, me not 3/4 what them do, me not care about. Like, me can't just brush off 3/4 whatever them do. Me not have time for you to think about what them are thinking of them brain. As long as them not touch me, me not care. So, but that was a bad experience. That was a bad experience, because sometimes they look on you like them really look on shit. That's the honest truth. Yeah. And then I say some of them find it weird because you're black, and also because you're so indifferent, so it means they never come from the country. So when them see you, it's like a red flag, a wave by your head top where you say illegal immigrants, because some of them, as I say, them very invested, and them think that any and everybody where them see, them just automatically assume say you're illegal, basically. But yeah, pretty much. But this is just a summary. What I just consider this like a summary of the things that I never did like about my experience this year in the summer. We can just call it that. Some of the things that I never did like about it for the Work and Travel 2024. So yeah, I just want to meet good people, you meet bad people. I have good experiences, bad experiences, but this is just the bad stuff. Some of the bad stuff that I just really never did like about it, to be honest. But yeah, but it don't mean it was all bad. There was some good that come out. I like meet so many good people, so it wasn't a bad experience. But yeah, basically that's the summary of the experience this summer. Pretty much, that's the summary.